Let me start my talk by showing the mission of SUTD. Now, SUTD mission is to advance knowledge. I think most of universities have this mission. But in SUTD, we want to nurture technically grounded leaders and innovators to serve societal needs. Now, many of you already know SUTD have been in existence for about 9 years now. So it is still a very young university. 9 years ago, when the Singapore government decided to set up the 4th publicly funded university, I think from day one, as can be seen in this slide, a message by our Prime Minister Lee in 2010, that this university, SUTD, will provide something different from the existing institution, right? So in SUTD, we make it really from day one that it will be a multidisciplinary institution in both education and research. So we call this a cross-disciplinary curriculum. I think you heard about it already. It is important for the new university to break down the silos, as I've seen here, so that we can have this cross-disciplinary learning. So we will have subjects that between the pillars and project across subjects. Our university is called Technology Design, so we have a design-centric curriculum. Our design is not just like one course, like Introduction to Design. It is the entire journey for our students when they study in SUTD, they will experience design. Okay? So we have design within a subject. Say if you study one subject, there will be design projects for you to make use of what you learn and come up with something. There will be design across years, and we also allow students to have free time to think about what they want to do. So typically, undergraduate student, after they're finishing the study in SUTD, they will have undergone, for example, more than 20 design projects. This I would say, is a large number. And why we want to do that? Because, remember, we say we should nurture our students beyond just book knowledge. By having these design projects, our students will be able to develop the skills and also the attitudes, such as design thinking, creative thinking, problem solving, communication, understand people, empathy, and also teamwork. In SUTD, we have this term called Freshmore, which is actually from term 1 to term 3. It is a foundation year. The student will learn fundamental courses such as science, understand maths, study maths. We have also a course called Introduction to Design, and we also have 2 compulsory courses in the HAS area. At the same time, we also want our students to understand something we call the digital world, the physical world, and also the system, so that they have this strong foundation before they choose the pillar. In addition to giving them the so-called foundation, it's also important in the course of the study, provide flexibility and choices so that the student can choose the pathway that is more suitable to their interests, right? So we have I mentioned pillars, and each pillar have their own tracks. You can find out more outside. But this year, we started to offer more minors program for our students. That means they take a major, they can also take a minor, right? And the minor, as again shown here, these are all new programs. We have one just launched. This intake student will be able to choose a minor in digital information and innovation, venture and entrepreneurship, in artificial intelligence. I think you all know this is a very important skill that we need to have. Design, technology and society, digital humanities. This is more related to HAS and social science, but if you're going to work in companies like Alibaba, in Facebook, in Amazon.com, I think you need to understand digital humanities here. And we have also minors for the pillar as well. I mean, if you study in one of the pillar, you can take a minor in the other pillar, right? And I think earlier we mentioned we have also special programs like the SUTD SMU dual degree program. the SUTD Technology Entrepreneurship Program, where students can go away for 1 year in their fourth year to both US, UC Berkeley, will do a summer intern in the Bay Area, and end up going to China to do another entrepreneurship learning. And we also announced the SUTD Duke NUS special track, where we jointly admit our students coming to SUTD, and they are given conditional offer when they finish our degree here to enter Duke NUS. Now, because we are in this digital economy, we also believe that while we require all engineering students to have, let's say, basic knowledge in physics and maths, we also think that now we should incorporate AI-related subjects into the undergraduate curriculum. That means the student will be able to learn one of these subjects, either in artificial intelligence, in machine learning, and data analytics, as part of their so-called subject they will have before they graduate. Those important things we call creative thinking, problem solving, communication, teamwork, right? And also a growth mindset of lifelong learning and entrepreneurship. And last but not least, offering flexibility, choices, and diversification to let students choose a pathway that suits their talents and interests. Now, it is no point for me talking about it. The next part of this session, we'll invite the panel member to come out on stage, and I'll pass this to Tom, my President Emeritus, to moderate this session. And I'll come back later on. Thank you. Yeah.
Now, we have two of our distinguished alumni with us, and I think I'll start by asking them, how did SUTD prepare you for what you're doing now?
Being at SUTD taught me not only the technical knowledge that I needed to build the products that I have created under ring theory, but also gave me the ambition, the passion, and the empathy that I need to work on my business.
Thanks. So as a software engineer, typically you'll be expected to do coding, right? So coding what is in the scope of business requirements. However, with my design thinking abilities, I'm able to bring more. For example, I think in terms of conceptualizing products, understanding what to build for people. So in the team that I'm in GovTech, we are interested in building citizen-centric digital services for Singapore. We're part of a team that's trying to push Singapore towards being a smart nation. So with my design thinking skills, coupled with my technical foundation, I'm actually able to give input at a very early phase of a service or product that we're thinking of building, so that we actually build what is needed, what is right for the citizens.
What your experience has been with SUTD students that you've hired or your industry has hired?
Yeah, the graduate from SUTD are very confident. They really voice out their opinions, intelligently, and that's truly the treasure. Talking about opportunities, I mean, we do claim that Singapore is smart nations, but healthcare is rather a vacuum. We have IAP program, not just for students or for leaders, and we took them into our advanced operation theaters. And you look around, most of the equipments are not made in Singapore. So, therefore, I really, think that there's a vacuum, and to challenge our faculties and our students to do something for Singapore that we are proud of. From a simple medical device design to complex Da Vinci robotic surgery system, plenty of opportunities. And we are, so far, we are lacking talents. They are well versed with healthcare know-how, big D design, and top grade engineering technology people. And SUTD is exactly the place that can produce these talents that Singapore and the society and beyond the region, the global, needed.
Here. We all resonate with that. Next to the airports.
Right. In Changi Airport Group, so far we have got 10 SUTD graduates So currently, they are architects, we have planners of the airport, we have people who are doing operations planning. So 10 of them. So so far, their performance has been outstanding. So they have been able to find solutions, and when they interact with some of the world best, the overseas leaders, whether it's in engineering or in systems, they're able to spar. They're able to spar with such people, and that also shows high level of quality of the background that they've gone through.
SUTD students or graduates are quite prized in our company for a few reasons. One is because their attitude towards sustainable design is much more deeply grounded than graduates from many other universities, including my own in Columbia University, not so grounded. So that gives a very strong sense, the foundation for the kinds of buildings that are demanded today. You've just heard from the medical, healthcare, and airport industry how complex their needs are. I mean, we're designing the infrastructure to suit these needs. The amount of data that comes in that we have to crunch is humongous, and it goes beyond human comprehension, and the traditional ways that we've used to do are no longer applicable. And SUTD students, because of their openness, ability to have critical thinking, their access to comfort with using technology to help inform their design decisions, are well positioned to act in this new world. And that's why we really like them.
So now we're going to go down the line this way. 3 words, only 3 words of advice to potential students.
Careers change in lifetime.
Careers change in lifetime.
Develop your passion.
Develop your passion.
Be courageous, to innovate, and to empathize.
Keep going, keep going.
Impact, technology, future.
Explore, unlimited, fun.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let us all thank the panelists, the great panel.